The truly wealthy people that I know are not always flashy. They could easily afford a Lamborghini or an Aston Martin, but they choose to drive an ordinary car. They could easily afford a mansion, but they choose a quieter and a much more simpler life. The truly wealthy people are already wealthy, and they no longer feel the need to show off their wealth. They focus on growing their wealth and sustaining their wealth. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Rebecca. I'm a former CEO, and during my time of leading businesses, I've worked with a lot of wealthy people. And some of these wealthy people look very ordinary from the outside. They could be sitting right next to you in a Starbucks and look like any other person, but they could secretly be a millionaire. After speaking to them, I realized that there are 5 simple habits that are common to all of them. And in this video, I'm going to break down those 5 habits so that you can start building your wealth secretly. The first habit that I notice about this secretly wealthy people are they're very discreet about their 3 E's. What is their 3 E's? 3 E's stands for earning, expenses, and equity. A lot of the time, these secretly wealthy people, they have multiple sources of income. One of these wealthy people that I know of, he had a property business, but he also had a car wash business and also a pet hotel. Like that, all these secretly wealthy people, they have multiple sources of income that is growing each day. And the second E is their expenses. They have their regular expenses, but they are not so concerned about them because maybe their house manager is handling that. But sometimes they have extravagant expenses. It could be a yacht holiday or taking a trip in a private jet with their family and having some quiet time. And they usually do not share their extravagant expenses. The third E is their equity. Equity is their ownership, their assets. And every day they're looking at how to grow their assets, not only for themselves, but they are also very, very strategic about sustaining their wealth even beyond themselves. So like the Rockefeller, he built trust and made sure that the wealth that he generated not only lasts for himself, but for generations to come. So the 3 E's are very, very important to a secretly wealthy person, and they are very discreet about it. Another habit that I notice of this wealthy people is that they do not buy their daily use car at full price. They understand that a car is a depreciating asset, and for a daily use car, they would much rather buy a car maybe over 3 to 5 years old and a mileage of about 30,000. At this point, the depreciating part of this car is kind of stabilized and it's still got good value. And you can use this for convenience, going from point A to point B. Rich people understand that there is no point or there is no ROI in investing so much on a depreciating asset. They're not bothered about going out of a showroom, driving a Lamborghini or an Aston Martin. That does not excite them. But the thing that they are thinking about is that how can I use this money towards another investment portfolio that gives them returns rather than lose it on a depreciating asset. The third habit that I notice is that some of these wealthy people, they prefer to live in modest homes. Not because they can't afford it or the staff to run it, but at some point they realize that it's just easier and simpler to have a modest home. I have this friend of mine who is a multimillionaire, and he had one of these palaces, over 10 bedrooms, over 20 rooms in total in the house, and he lived there with his small family. At some point, he decided that that's not the house that he wants to live in anymore, or that's not the place that he wants to raise his family. So he decided to move in to a much smaller house. Remember, he can afford the staff and he can afford to run it, but he decided that his energy is better spent in his creative projects and spending time with his family and not dealing with the stuff. So some of these wealthy people, they like to use their energy in the things that they love. They have done building the wealth part, growing the wealth part, and now it's important that they live their life. And this is one of the crucial points that I've seen in all of this secretly wealthy people. They want to make the most of each day. They want to live fully, and not only for themselves, but they want to share their wealth with their family and create a healthy lifestyle. Another habit that I notice among all of these wealthy millionaires is that they're very, very aware of time. They understand that time once gone is not going to come back. You will not find them doing mundane tasks like grocery shopping or laundry or even cleaning their houses. They will outsource all of this task to other people. They buy this time so that they can use it for what truly matters to them. It could be spending time with their family, or it could be going to the gym to build their health. I've also seen that some of these very wealthy people, they would much rather book a private jet when they travel rather than spend hours and hours of time in airport security. To them, time is an invaluable asset, and they want to use it for their growth and the growth of the people around them. The fifth and the final habit that I've seen in some of these wealthy people is that they spend their money differently. They're way past spending money on clothes or shoes and bags. They're way past that. They want to spend their money on something that is different, unique. It could be a 300-year-old bottle of wine or a rare whiskey. Some of the wealthy people that I know of, they collect rare arts. And some of the wealthy people around the world, they collect cars. Now, it's not because they're trying to show off their money, but because it's an extension of who they are. Maybe they develop this eye for art and they love it so much that they want to invest in a rare collectible art item. And it's there for the love of it and not because of the price tag that the art carried. So they became art connoisseur, wine connoisseur, for example, and they really appreciate what they're spending their money on because of who they have become and not because of the price tag. Now that you have seen all the 5 simple habits that the silently wealthy people follow in their life, let us know which one of them you're going to start applying in your life today. If you like this video, make sure to check out the next one right here.